coming off their first playoff win since 1994. But the AFC champs put an end to their magical ride. Get ready for a divisional round rematch in Week 1. It's the Browns and Chiefs, and it's next.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns.
Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our 6th season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers were in single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from Kansas City. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And for the first time, here comes the Cleveland Browns offense. Quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, fourth-year man from Oklahoma.
And while we can quibble a little bit about statistics, to me, Baker Mayfield's coming off his best season yet. 26 touchdown passes, cut way down on his turnovers, and led the Browns to a playoff victory for the first time since 1994. This young man continues to mature as both a passer and a leader.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Regular.
There's a nice move. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Here's Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. That catch good for only a couple.
The defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They go with Chubb on second down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And while I don't equate starting record as a quarterback to pitchers in baseball, it still gives us a great baseline. And Patrick Mahomes, 38-8 as a starting quarterback for Kansas City in the regular season. Throw in 6-2 in the playoff.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Mahomes going to throw.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper.
It's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The kick by Parkey is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 66 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Quickly into the hands of Beckham.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles? And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Mayfield to throw it. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
One of the better defensive linemen in the league, can be absolutely dominant at times. Chris Jones has been a Pro Bowler each of the last 2 years. In 2020, just 7.5 sacks. But he did have a career high of 15.5 just 3 seasons ago in 2018. He and Frank Clark provide excellent pressure against opposing quarterbacks.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. And Parkey's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. KC's offense ready to take over.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here's Tommy Townsend now
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Signed in the offseason, Jadeveon Clowney. Everywhere he goes, people expect to see what we just saw. Him chasing quarterbacks and putting them on the deck. He's been around in this league a number of different places, but in each spot, the expectation is that he may get double-digit sacks.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
We'll remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And again, it's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who came off the play. No, we got caught it or ran it. But how about the elements of going to making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Parkey is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on 1st down.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 36, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up to block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Oh, and Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. A give running right is Chubb. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield's got Hooper on the short connection. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Mayfield off the play fake. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
Let's go.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And in his 2nd year in Cleveland after 4 in Atlanta, Austin Hooper always does all he can to build some rapport with his quarterback. He did it with Baker Mayfield last year, expects it to continue to rise here in 2021.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Play fake. Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. On the carry, it's Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
55 rushing yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins there to make the grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Here's Hardman on the return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And going deep for Hill. Oh, Hill, great grab. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory.
Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly. Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn, anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. If you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
A give. This is Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Handoff comes to Chubb.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Mahomes now on first down. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mahomes going to throw.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire.
That catch good for only a couple. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
That catch good for only a couple. Now it's Mahomes again. Caught, Kelsey, left side. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now Mahomes.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And now right out of the 2-minute break, We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Chubb. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 and it brings up 4.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's Jamie Gillandale as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 5, a little over 20 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Malik Jackson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for the Browns, hey, you